even begin? It is. It's Christmas Day, and it's one of the hardest days for me having to cope. I just had like a depression episode, and I'm still quite feeling it. I feel like the only way that I could regulate myself is just by doing art and just talking about it. I kind of went through something, and I really want to be more open about it, you know. And it's hard. Like, I just find it like so stupid that like there are some days where I'm just like all happy and I'm like on top of the world, and you know, life is great, and you know, and it gets like that, and then quickly I'm quickly humbled, or shall I say I've sabotaged that fleeting moment of joy and happiness, you know. And I want to get better. I want to trust in people again, and in community and all of that. I'm sorry guys, it's just that when I make these videos and I express myself, it truly feels like it's just a space for me to let things out. And yes, I will be, you know, subjected to quite a lot of things when I put it out there like that. But today, it's like it's hard, especially on Christmas, or you know, a lot of other holidays that involve your family. You know, because I don't have family. You know, I've kept a very, very far distance from them, and it just, I feel like it's just for the better. I would rather that than, you know, be fucking just drive myself insane being around them, being angry all the time, you know, trying to tell them like, you know, how they're making me feel and like what they're doing, and how they're not just getting it. And like I yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just feel like when you have depression, anxiety, or any kind of mental disorder, or mental illness, you know, you find it hard to think straight, or again, you know, like with me, when it comes to like articulating myself, I just struggle with that a lot. Or maybe I'm just not being aware of it. And yeah, today I did something so stupid. I just fucking up. I just fucking did it, you know. I I called up my ex-partner because, you know, we were still on good terms, and we were talking, and we were friends. And I just started getting all irritable and angry about all the things that has happened, you know? And I don't like the dynamic that we were in, you know? A lot of the times I blame myself for the ending of the relationship, because when you're with someone that has depression, it's really hard. And I'm just gonna say it from my perspective of all the things that I wish you would understand, just coming from the other side. We spoke about like life and the reality of the world, and he was trying to help me understand, find beauty in every single little thing, even if people are being shitty towards you, even if you are betrayed and abandoned and all these things. Try to find beauty in that. But my stupid fucking brain went into this fucking self-sabotage again and again and again. And then it's like I unconsciously say and do things to keep pushing people away, because there's this deeper part of me that knows how much my mind can really hurt someone. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being real with you guys, because when you have depression, you can really bring people down. And it's like, I don't want to do that, but it's like I don't really have anywhere else that I feel safe, that I can truly express myself, so then it feels like I'm feeling heard. And for the longest time, me and my ex were together for about 8 years. We lived together, and yeah, we still share a place together, and it was incredibly difficult. Mind you, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not for the faint of heart to still share a place with your ex, because you're going to be going through so much feelings and emotions, and everything is just really amplified. But there's a deeper part of me that stayed, because that's just my nature, my history. I tend to stay longer than I need to, because I just can't seem to surrender and let go of all that when I try to. And so today, yeah, I just was talking to him, and then one thing led to another. Old habits came back. We started disagreeing. We started, having heated discussions again. And yeah, he ended up hitting me with the brutal fucking truth. At the end of the day, no one is gonna come and fucking save you. That you have to live life for yourself. And yeah, he's fucking right. It's just that I would have done so much, to help someone's life, but it's just that, yeah, I need to focus on my own self. And it's hard, because like every time that I have wanted to do things for myself and not, feel selfish about it, I don't know. It's interesting, like how right before all of this, I was crying because I was mourning so much loss, that I was experiencing, especially when it comes to family again. And I think family is just a really, really hard thing to heal from, especially if your family suffered trauma themselves. And so every year I just be alone, be alone and just walk this fucking world. I I think about like how everyone is just going through things, you know? And I really do envy how there are just some people who have the strength to carry on, to keep going, you know, just pure fucking positivity. I love that. And I admire that so much. In my experience, you know, I went through quite a lot, you know, difficulties in life. And what's there to lose if I just share what I went through, you know? It's not like people give a shit, right? Do they? I don't know. I mean, it's the internet, the game of this fucking life. I have a lot of trust issues because in the past, yeah, I was abused. And it's like, as a child, you want to feel loved and protected, um, but you just won't. So you carry that throughout um, your life, thinking that people won't be there to help you. But I know that there are good people. Like I do. I really, I really do see that. It's just that I've lost quite a lot of faith. You know, just feeling betrayed. And it's like, end of the day, you understand how you're feeling, but then the fucked up thing is that because you understand what happened to them, sometimes you just have to accept that. But it's like nothing changes, you know? God, this feels like doing just talking on the camera and just expressing myself already feels like it's just too much, you know? But I don't want to be called too much. And I don't know anymore. Why are we here on this earth? What's the point? Like, what's the fucking point of living? To be honest. So sorry. Like, I just. If this is triggering and it's not saved, please leave the video because I wear my heart, I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I get pretty emotional, you know, because I just do. I'm just painting a tree right now because I like trees, and trees are beautiful, and they stand the test of time. And they just do. I'm just gonna keep painting. Just keep painting. Does anyone ever feel like there's this sense of like loneliness? Like I want to be able to connect, but when I connect with people, a lot of my trauma responses come out, and it makes me feel like such a fucking imposter when I go out there to try and help others, because right now I'm doing my degree in psychotherapy, and psychotherapy has helped me a lot. That's why um yeah, it has. It's helped open my eyes to a lot of my responses. But there are days where it's like I still have depression and I still have to manage it, because when you go into these type of treatments, you're not looking to just be cured. You just need someone to hold space for you, to be supported, to be there, to listen, to give you the tools that you need to navigate this world, this life. And it's like, yeah, it's hard on Christmas. It's hard on a lot of other days. And I try. Like I really fucking try. Like I would exercise and walk, and I would, try to eat right and read and learn about like different mindsets, like really get into it. And then there's this, I don't know what happens. It's like it just really feels like it's a fucking chemical imbalance. Like it's a fucking sickness. And I get it. Life is hard. It's not meant to be fucking easy, and everyone is going through shit. Everyone. And I feel for everyone. I'm so fucking sorry. When I have my episodes, I just feel like what's the point of fucking going on? And then I try to trick myself into thinking, oh, don't worry, it will all pass. Yeah, eventually, when I'm like, God knows what years old that I'll fucking go. Oh, fucked it up. This one, I just use blue on it instead. So I don't know. I think that when it comes to relationships with mental illness and someone that has it, just be gentle with them. Be soft with them. But depending on who they are, and also give them the truth. Because when I was talking to my ex-partner, um, yeah, he was just telling me the brutal, honest truth. Like, he needs to, he needs to live his life too, but he can't always be there for me. And I get that, and I just, when you realize how much someone has always been there for you and has held the space for you while you were drowning, you gotta let them go. You just gotta let them go, because end of the day, your mind could end up killing someone even if you're not physically hurting them. It can really take from um, their life. Maybe I'm just really sad about that lately I just haven't been feeling the best. Like, I started uploading these videos because I just thought, hey, I want to share about my life, and I want to, be on this journey. And then it's like you realize that, like, It's just all a game. It's just all a fucking game. And no one really gives a shit. But like, you could give a shit about your own life, right? And I guess you should. And I really struggle about caring about my life, and I care about um, like people's emotions, but it's like, do I really? Or was I being so like selfish in that? Because it's what happens. God. When I paint, I just look to nature, because nature is really all I have, you and I want to be able to connect with community and have friends properly, but it's like I've got so much trust issues that it's just hard. I There was this one time when I was just having um, my PTSD triggers, right? If if there was a man that would just just as much as fucking look at me, I would go off. Like I would I would start like getting very hostile, you know. I would just react in like the worst fucking way because of my mistrust towards men. And I've been learning to heal from that by allowing to let more men into my life to receive care, receive support, and learning how to be more discerning. But sometimes it gets the best of me, and it just happens. So back to that story, yeah, this one time, this old man was just, I don't know, he was probably in his 60s. He just kept staring at me, and I felt really just violated. Just from that, just from looking at me, I already felt like I was need to attack, and that I was feeling very fucking violated. And so I started getting really aggressive, you know, yelling at him back, saying like, "What the fuck are you looking at? Stop fucking looking at me." I was like that. Yeah. I'm not like that anymore. I'm actually just quite quiet when I sense like um just any male presence, because it just happens. And even when it comes to female friendships, that that cuts me deep, because I'm the kind of friend where I'm like a ride or die. I don't know where it comes from, but I'm just that kind of friend that would fucking bleed for you, bro. Like I would. But I know that's not healthy at all, and I've been really slow and careful into just, you know, um, yeah, just having more healthier female friendships, because I thought that like if the female was hotter than me, had more money, had was more established and everything, then there is no fucking way in this world that she could ever envy or be jealous of me. But because I've dealt with so much jealousy from other females and envy that it's literally turned into friends trying to sleep with my partners and boyfriends and exes and then plotting to harm me. And so, yeah, let's be honest, I wasn't perfect. I was a teenager and I said a lot of stupid shit. So, a lot of the times, maybe just even half the time, I probably deserved it, you know? And everyone that I was attracting did go through trauma as well. Fuck, we went through a trauma bond. And yeah, I don't know what this is, but I just drew a tree. This is my tree, my colourful tree. One big, looks like a big giant gum tree that has rainbow leaves. And it seems really grounded. Seems very, very grounded. And it's just, there's all these different branches with all different colors, but all the colors are all bleeding into each other, like they're all interconnected in some ways, and which makes it them whole, because they're just one part of the same thing, like, and they're just working together with each other, no matter how different they are, no matter what they carry, no matter what their shape or size is. They're just all cogs moving together in one big giant moving cog, you know? Does that make sense? And yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this world. I just want to get better mentally. I I just know that there's so much more in this life, and it feels like every time I'm giving advice, I really am just trying to reach my soul, my inner child, you know, because we're all connected in some way. We really are, and when it's like we avoid others, hurt ourselves, and say things to one another, and project all these things. It's like you're talking to a mirror, you know, because we're mirrors and we're reflecting this to one another. So it's like if you are drawn to me, drawn to my videos, drawn to the things that I mean, I say and how I think and how I feel and stuff. Well, you gotta question yourself. You gotta ask yourself, what part of you is drawn to that? Do you like that I get sad and depressed and, you know, I share my feelings and like or, you know, is there a part of you that resonates with the fact that, you know, I'm someone that feels deeply disconnected from my culture, from my heritage. I feel like I just don't feel like I'm fucking smart enough. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know anything. Like I just feel like I'm so dumb. I'm not joking. Like I feel like the more I keep trying to learn things, the more I try to understand certain concepts and theories and beliefs and perspectives. It's like I realize how fucking stupid I am sometimes, you know? And the school system, I've never been really good at school, to be honest. Like I hated school. I really hated school, and I just felt like it wasn't for me. You know? Just really wasn't for me. I might fold this into a crane. Yeah, I'm gonna let it dry and then fold it into a crane because I don't know why, but I keep folding cranes. Crane offers peace, right? Symbol of peace and longevity because I might need it. But yeah, I just don't feel smart. And because I don't feel smart, I don't feel happy because I just feel like everyone else is just so fucking intelligent. Like they're just, especially the people who have been raised well, have had good lives, good families, they had good environments, they were treated right, they had good role models. Those people are thriving. They're thriving. They're fucking thriving. And they've been dealt a fortunate hand. But I want to try and find the silver lining to the cards that I've also been dealt with. Like, for example, you know, being a young child, I was violated and I wasn't protected because it came to a point where I was trying to tell my family, like, you know, this person is doing these things to me and they just keep dismissing me, like, go away, you know, go talk to your brother. Oh, I'm busy, you know. And then when I go to my brother, it's like, oh, go to your sister. I'm busy, you know, I'm doing something. And when I go to my sister, it's like, oh, go outside and play. And it's like you constantly try to seek, um, you know, like support, but you just keep getting fucking pushed aside, pushed away because, you know, they're just, they just can't be there for you. And it's like, I learned at like a really, 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 really young age that like I, I can't trust anyone but myself. And so this year, or you know, lately, I've been trying to learn how to have faith again. Have faith that there are people out there, and there are. I've met some amazing people. I've met some beautiful souls. But I just feel like because we attract who we are, those beautiful souls, they're broken, you know? But I don't think that truly defines them. So yeah, I hope I find a way out of this because I want to live. I want to thrive. I want to live life. I want to support myself, be independent, be in a community that's understanding and supportive and healthy. And just I don't want to drown because I feel so close to it. I feel like where I am now, I feel like the water is just over my head and I'm just gasping for air. And yeah, Christmas. Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all the days, I just shut myself off and I just numb myself. I'm a little scared because, yeah, I'm just a little scared of what to do from here because, one, the cost of living here it is high. And I've read the comments where, people were saying like, oh, come work in all these other places, and I understand that. I really do. I'm really fucking sorry. But yes, I'm scared of like how I'm gonna manage and navigate life alone. Yeah, to financially support yourself and what to do from there. God, I just need help sometimes. And the only way to do that is for me to help myself. So, how do you pull yourself out of this? How do you pull yourself out of a mental illness that is just fucking genetic, that you've just inherited because everyone before you had it? They never showed it. They probably didn't show it in the way that I would by, you know, expressing my emotions and really wearing my fucking emotions on my fucking sleeve. How? I'll figure it out. Somehow. I'll figure it out. Yeah. And I want to live past 40. Yeah. I really do. I'm 32 years old, and there are times where I still regress back to my childlike self because there was only a moment in my life where that was safe, and that child is still within me. And so I fiercely protect that little girl who never felt truly loved and protected, and cherished. And so I fiercely protect her because we're all we have. And I want to get better. I just know that there are days where I will say things and it will contradict because one day I'm like this and then the other day I'm like that because my mind is like ever growing and changing, and it's just always trying to understand different things because I feel so stupid sometimes. The fact that I feel so stupid, that I feel so dumb in this life, that I wish I was smart so that I could actually do things. But I know I mean I have my creativity, which I'm really grateful for. But yeah, even then I'm still so harsh with how I say that, and I don't want to. I really, really don't fucking want to. So yeah, if you've watched it all the way through, Thank you. Like, really, thank you. Because right now, I'm going through a really, really hard time. And the best way for me to just let it out and to process my thoughts and emotions, and to find a space where I can just express myself, even if there's a risk of being judged, misunderstood. It's just gonna happen, but as long as I have a space where I can do that, I'll be okay. And yeah, thank you for thank you for staying. Thank you guys. I think I'm just gonna be quiet and lay in bed for the rest of the night. Thank you guys.